deuces. Nines of deuces.
We're playing 7-handed here. Tony G has gotten up and taken a walk. Chris Ferguson with a couple of 10s.
2,000.
2,000 in first position. And these two have clashed a fair bit. And the ace-queen of Ivey, he decides to call again.
Well, Ivey likes to call Chris Ferguson with any 2 cards. He's definitely going to call him when he has a real hand. And we'll see it. These 2 players heads up again. These guys should get a room. 3 deuce deuce. Pretty good flop for pocket 10s. And a pretty ugly flop for ace queen.
3,000.
Ferguson's going to bet it, and Ivey's going to call him again with nothing. Turn is a 6 of clubs.
Check.
This time Chris decides to check. Check from Ivey. He thinks if he's not really likely to get rid of a hand that's in front of him, Phil, so there's no point in betting.
The only hand you might get rid of is ace-king, and even that might call. Get a value bet here by Chris Ferguson. Maybe hoping to get a call from ace-king.
I think he's pretty certain he's in front right now. Phil trying to decide what's going on.
Pot is 19,600.
Desperately trying to get something to work, Phil. I think he's playing with the 25,000 chips.
Trying to figure it out.
Cool.
And he calls with ace-queen, and it's a great value bet by Chris Ferguson. It really is.
Just can't seem to get anything to work right now, Phil. All going horribly wrong. And this is the man who's benefiting from it. It's Chris Ferguson. It's induced a bigger than average raise from Phil Ivey. And Patrick, with already 600 in the pot, he's decided to call. Phil's got ace-5.
Well, the other reason formed in there, Patrick also has ace-queen, and they both have flopped top pair. And Phil Ivey could be in a bit of trouble here.
5,000.
Better 5,000.
Patrick way ahead of here. You can see the percentages. Patrick's definitely not going to fold this, contemplating, should I raise now? Or do I give Ivey enough rope to hang himself? And he is going to raise right here now.
10,000 more.
Total.
And if you're Ivey, how do you like that ace-5?
Well, he's going to make one call. See what plays out on the turn. 4 or a deuce could get him into more trouble.
Jack's not necessarily a scary card.
Well, there's only really ace-10 and ace-9 that Patrick Antonius can be in front of now.
Check.
We might see a check. Yeah, he's checked it. He's decided this way. Well, there's another one of the hands out the way.
Exactly.
So now it's only really an ace-9 that Phil might be raising with that he can beat. If Phil does decide to bet here, I'd expect a call from Patrick, but definitely not a raise.
Now, do you put a value bet in, though, here, if you're Antonius?
I think you have to.
Maybe get a call from ace-7.
They go up and down. They release. The back will release. The back will
Oh, does it?
Yeah, on the
there
left,
it is.
left side of the corner.
And here it is.
And of course it's going
27.
$27,000 into a $33,000 pot. The pot is now $60,000. 27 to call. And if you're Phil Ivey, do you put Antonius maybe on missed clubs, a missed flush draw, and are you forced to call?
That is a valid hand to give Patrick. But you can also give him 8-10. Barry Mundy in the background, overseeing the action. He's our floorman.
Yes, the table director, making sure the game runs smoothly. Phil Ivey really thinking about this one. He's got the chips in his hand.
Really needs to study the ship, Phil. If he makes a good lay down here.
It'd be an easier laydown if there weren't clubs out there. But with the clubs. I love the bet by Antonius. It's a strong bet. It's not a weak call me bet.
I don't know. Sometime tonight.
Does it sell out like right away?
Yeah, they'll compo stickers too, but there's only a limited number of tickets.
I think Phil's called too many of these bets when the only thing he's really beating is a bluff.
And he's definitely going to want to see he's a huge tennis fan. He still plays.
I figure I'll just get
But beautifully played by Patrick. And he takes down yet another pot.